Good morning for every student. Now we want to discuss about the energy storage. The first we want to discuss about the energy storage. Yeah, now so in here we have two words, energy and storage. Yeah, storage meaning store lah, energy in here. Now so we can see here that energy storage, this one is the capture of energy produced at one time to be used at the next time. Now so or we can call also this energy storage. Energy storage here meaning is a device lah, is a device that this device can capture of energy at one time. One time. For example, this one is at 35 a.m. So the device can capture the energy. Capture maybe when capture for this time or starting from this time until how many minutes, how many seconds, how many hours. So will be stored the energy in the device. After that can be used. Can be used for next time. This one. Or can also the device can capture energy in this time and also same the time will be used. Depend lah the condition. This one. This energy storage. Now so based on the technology. Based on the technology. The energy storage can be classified by 4 categories. The first based on the electromechanical. The second electromagnet. The third is electrochemical. And the fourth is thermal storage. This one. The classification of the energy storage based on the electrical mechanical. The first can pump hydro, compressor air, and flywheel. In here we can call as electrical mechanical because the principal operation based on the electrical mechanical. Meanings in each device, there is mechanical process and also after that will produce the electrical energy. For this one. So electrical mechanical consists of pump hydro, compressor air, and flywheel. After this, we want to discuss for the detail. And then electromagnetic. The electromagnetic. In here, the device operate based on the magnetic. In here, electro and magnetic here. So the device are supercapacitor, the first, and superconducting magnetic energy storage here. Supercapacitors based on the capacitor lah, because capacitor can capture the energy, and also inductor here. So this operation principle based on the electromagnetic, meaning current flow through the coil, for example. So based on our hand rule, can produce flux magnet in here. So the energy can be stored. And then the third is electrochemical here. There are hydrogen, power to gas, and also battery. Battery. Hydrogen in here is part of the renewable energy lah. And also the fourth category is thermal storage. Thermal storage meaning the energy will be stored based on the thermal process. Which are they? They are related to the latent energy, sensible energy, and also chemical heat media in here. So in this session, we want to explain how the electromechanical can operate ya produk pump hydro, compressed air, flywheel, supercapacitor, and then superconducting and magnetic energy storage here, and also hydrogen battery, and the last is thermal here, yeah. Okay. Now, so in here we want to enter, yeah, we want to explain first for this one, pump hydro energy storage. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it is for the first category. Yeah, electromechanical. Pump hydroelectric storage. Yeah, please look at here, this figure. Yeah, this one is pump hydroelectric storage system. Yeah, the main consist of, look at here. Yeah, we have lower reservoir. Yeah, in the below place here, and then on the upper, we have the upper reservoir, lower reservoir, and also upper reservoir in here, to store the water, to store the water. Between the upper reservoir and lower reservoir is connected by the here, pipe, or in here we can also call penstock, penstock. Now between the upper reservoir and lower reservoir, has head, head. Now so in here we can call head waterfall lah in here, yeah. This one is H, is head of the waterfall. How operated? Yeah, in here, look at here, it is upper reservoir to store the water here. Yeah, to store the water here. And then we have the channel here. Yeah, in here we can call also lah POBE, like in the micro hydro power plant, yeah, POBE here. Yeah, now so when there is no utility grid connection, now so and we want to use this energy, now so for example the pump in here can be opened, so the water from this upper reservoir will flow through this channel or through this penstock. And then in this powerhouse we have generator. The generator connected to the water turbine. The water will strike this turbine, and then turbine connected to the rotor generator, and then the rotor the stator generator will produce electricity. Okay, when we have the electricity from the utility grid, for example, and then remember, because it is upper reservoir only, meaning let's say there is no other source from the others. This one. And so the water from this lower reservoir will be pumped. Will be pumped through this pipe also. Goes to this upper reservoir. In the capacity will be stopped. Now so will be stored lah this water in this upper reservoir. And then when we need the electricity can be opened again, to produce electricity from this generator, this one. Okay, and then between the upper reservoir and lower reservoir, we have the H, height of the waterfall. And then water flow through this penstock, because we have the gravity. And then also, in here, upper reservoir has volume. Volume of water, of the upper reservoir. Reservoir. Now, so energy can be obtained from this system. Pump hydroelectric storage is given by this formula. Meaning energy pump hydro storage here is equal to rho GHV. Rho in here is density of the water. It is given by 1000 kilogram per meter power 3. G in here is gravity, is equal to 9.8 meter per second power 2, or the other's value can also 10. Here. And H in here is head of the waterfall. P in here is volume of the upper reservoir. This one. In here, this one is how the pump hydro electric energy storage can operate. This one. Okay, and then the other type of the electrical mechanical is compressed air. Is compressed air. Look at this figure also. Now so in here, for this part, look at for the part. For this part, it is imagine as natural gas power plant lah in here. And then in this part is this one is compressed air system. Now this one. We read first like here. Compressed air energy system are based on conventional gas turbine technology. Energy is stored in the forms of compressed air in an underground storage cavern. Look at here, storage cavern here. At pressure between 40 to 70 bar at near ambient temperature. Another possibility is to store the air in above ground tanks. The air is the additional mix with natural gas and combust for increased efficiency. When energy needs to be injected into the grid, the compressed air is drawn from the storage cavern, heated, and then expanded in a set of high and low pressure turbine, which convert most of the energy of compressed air into rotational kinetic energy. Then rotational energy is converted into electrical energy in a generator. This one. Okay, now like this one lah. I repeat again. It is as natural gas power plant. In here gas. Gas. Now we can understand if we have gas and then we have the air. Now so the gas can burn in here. Now produce the heat. Okay. In the left side in here, it is compressed air system. Okay, look at here. It is compressor. This compressor to produce the air. To move this compressor, we need the motor. Motor is needed electrical energy from external grid here. Meaning when this generator operate, we connect to here. To operate the motor, what for? To store the compressed air in the cavern here, storage cavern here. And then this storage cavern here is in underground. So in here we collect, we store the compressed air in here. When this compressed air is needed, will flow through here. Will flow through here, together here. Now so with the natural gas combined together to increase the efficiency to move the gas turbine here and then connect to the rotor of the generator. Stator will produce electricity. Now so this one, it is the compressed air energy storage. This one. Okay, and then the that type of the electrical mechanical we can call as flywheel energy storage system. Yeah, flywheel energy storage system. The system consists the main is motor that needs electrical energy. After that, you move the energy, mechanical energy will be stored in the this, yeah, this one, yeah. Now this one. Flywheel store kinetic energy in a rotating disc that is mechanical coupled to the shaft of an electrical machine. When the machine accelerates, that operates as a motor. Energy is transferred to the flywheel and stored in the form of kinetic energy. In opposite term, the flywheel is discharged when the electrical mechanical regenerate through a drive. That is when the speed of the steam is reduced. This one, yeah. Now, so the energy can be stored by this system is given by 1/2 yeah, Z W omega 2. Yeah, this one. J in here is inertia of the rotating part. Yeah, omega in here is rotational speed. Yeah, unit in radian per second. Okay, so look at this one. It is the system of flywheel energy storage. The main device is the first is motor, yeah? This one motor, and it is flywheel or this. Remember, to move this motor, we need electricity. Yeah, electricity meaning the motor rotor connected to the disc. Yeah, this yeah will move also. Yeah, move here. Yeah, in the same time, the flywheel yeah will store the kinetic energy. Yeah, now so in the next time, yeah, that the kinetic energy will be stored in the flywheel. Yeah, now so the flywheel will move again. Now so in here we can see that yeah before the device is motor now to be generator because this rotor is moved yeah by this flywheel. Yeah, for the momentary time lah. Yeah, this one yeah. Now so we can produce the electricity. Yeah, because we can see here. Yeah, if we look at this color here, flywheel, yeah, energy can be stored, but for the short term, yeah, yeah, between second to minute lah in here. Yeah, this one, yeah. Okay. Okay, there are type of the electrical mechanical energy storage. Yeah? The first pump hydro energy storage. The second is compressed air energy storage, and the third is flywheel energy storage. Yeah? This one. Okay, and then the second type of the energy storage is electric magnetic. Yeah, electric magnetic. Yeah, meaning in here we have electric part and also magnetic process. Yeah. Now the first we want to discuss about the superconducting magnetic energy storage system. Yeah, SMES. Yeah, remember for this case is as inductor. Yeah, inductor here. Inductor will connect to the voltage source, will produce the current. Current flow through this inductor. Yeah, remember based on the right hand rule, yeah, this one, because it is coil, the four fingers, yeah, my four fingers here is as direction of the current, and my thumb is direction of the flux. Now this one flux is magnet, eh? It's magnet, flux, magnetic flux. Now so magnetic here and electric here. Yeah, now so can store the energy also. Yeah, because the inductor has inductance of the inductor here L, and then current flow through here. So energy from this device or system of superconductive magnetic energy storage is given by this one. 1/2 L I power 2 ya. L in here is inductance of the inductor, I that current flow through this inductor. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it is superconductive magnetic energy storage. Yeah, it is for example the device. Yeah, it is in the tank. Yeah, let's say the coil in the tank. Yeah, and then will produce the energy connected to the one wire here, one cable. Yeah, to give the voltage to the coil. Yeah, and then current flow through this coil. Yeah, enter this tank. And so the energy can be stored that given by 1/2 L I power 2 ya, this one. Okay, and then the second type of the electrical magnetic we can call superconductor, ya, supercapacitor, ya, supercapacitor energy storage system. Yeah. Yeah, in this case, remember it is like capacitor lah. Capacitor we have anode and cathode here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, capacitor here. Anode to cathode. Yeah, we can see, we can read in here. Supercapacitor are based on electrochemical cells that contain two conductor electrodes, an electrolyte and various porous membrane that permit the transit of ions between the two electrode. Yeah, two electrode here, anode and cathode. The electrode and the electrolyte are electrically charged. The cathode is positive charge and the anode is negative charge. And the electrolyte contain both positive and negative ion. The magnetic of the electric potential V involved between the two layers of positive and negative ion at its electrolyte interface in conjunction with the result capacitance C in farad. The determinant of energy stored in the supercapacitor does this one ya. Yeah, energy supercapacitor is given by 1/2 CV power 2. Yeah, we can understand from this one. Yeah, like capacitor, we have two. Yeah, in here we have two electrode. Yeah, the first anode and cathode. Yeah, if we connect to the voltage here, now so meaning we have here, yeah, voltage between an anode and cathode. Now so this one is capacitor, meaning has capacitance of the capacitor, ya, C. Now so energy can be stored by this supercapacitor energy storage is given by 1/2 C multiply voltage power 2 ya, this one. It is energy storage can be stored by the supercapacitor energy storage system ya. Okay. The other type of the energy storage, yeah, that classification is electrochemical. Yeah. The first we want to discuss about the battery. Yeah, everybody know the battery. Yeah, battery. Yeah, battery dry cell or battery with the liquid. Yeah. Now so it is the type of the battery. Now so battery is energy storage system. Yeah. Convert electrical energy into potential chemical energy while charging and release electrical energy from chemical energy while discharging. Yeah, it is based on the reduction and oxidation reaction, commonly called redox reaction. Yeah? An electrochemical reduction reaction is one that allows the component involved to gain electron, while an oxidation reaction allows the component to lose electron. Redox reaction yields new active electrochemical active substance with non-neutral electric charge enhanced ion. Yeah, look at here. Yeah, we know that it is the type of the battery. This one is dry battery, and then this one is a battery that has electrolyte lah. Yeah, meaning this one can be charged. Yeah, when this battery is charged, yeah, from the charger here, yeah, electron can flow here. Yeah, can flow here. Now, so same, we have the anode and cathode here. Yeah, now so the energy can be stored in this battery. Yeah, it is the charging process. When this battery is used, meaning discharge, now so energy can be used to apply, yeah, to connect it to the electrical load. Yeah, this one is the battery. Yeah, sometimes if you want to know, yeah, because it is battery, yeah, battery, if we buy a battery, in the battery is always written the capacity of the voltage and also capacity of the battery. Yeah, voltage how many volt, 12 volt, 20 volt, and the others. Yeah, yeah, meaning if we above the 12 volt, yeah, can be connected together in the series to improve the voltage. In this case, for the one battery, yeah, if we want to know the data sheet, yeah, the battery is always written in terms of the voltage and in terms of the ampere hour capacity. Yeah, voltage, I think every student knows. And then ampere hour capacity, yeah, is always written also in the battery. Yeah, in ampere hour capacity in here meanings, yeah, how many times, yeah, how many hours, yeah, for example, how many hours the battery can be applied, can be used, yeah, to connect to the load, yeah, for a required current. Yeah, meaning like this one. If we have the ampere hour capacity is 10, yeah, it is written in the batteries. And then we want to use it in 5 hours. Now, so meaning we give 2 hours, yeah, to the battery, yeah, for the 5 hours here. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Nah, same also if we want to apply this one, 10 ampere hours, and then we want to use only half hours, meaning our load is 20 hours here. Yeah, this one. Okay, now so it is battery. Okay, and then the type of the electro chemical, yeah, is hydrogen. Yeah, hydrogen and fuel cell here. Yeah, I read the first. Yeah, the production of hydrogen is from water electrolysis from various forms of renewable energy. Once the hydrogen has been produced, it can be transported through pipelines to the user to produce electricity or store in order to be used later in fuel cell. It is called regenerative fuel cell, yeah, RFC. Okay, look at here. Yeah, this part, yeah, is hydrogen system. And this one is fuel cell. Yeah, fuel cell. Okay, now so let's say we know the type of this fuel cell, PEM. Yeah, proton exchange membrane in here. Yeah, remember, fuel cell, yeah, also construct by the anode and cathode. The anode side in here, yeah, or anode terminal on anode side in here needs hydrogen, H2. Yeah, H2 here. Yeah, now so in here we need the hydrogen. This hydrogen can be generated by the hydrogen generation system. Yeah, meaning if we have the store in here, this one, yeah, hydrogen storage system, yeah, this one. Yeah, it is storage. Yeah, storage of hydrogen. H2 is stored in here. And then maybe it is pipe, and then we have the pulp. Yeah, because we want to control the number of hydrogen that needed by this fuel cell. Yeah, here, yeah. Now this one. Okay. When this one, yeah, here, and also for the same time, yeah, oxygen, yeah, here, O2 is needed here. Now, so electrochemical process occur here. Now, so we have the electron flow through this one, yeah, meaning current flow through this one, and also in the same time, water will be produced in the cathode side of this fuel cell, yeah, this one. Okay, and then when this fuel cell operates, yeah, how many power is needed, yeah, or is generated by this fuel cell for the voltage level, for the required voltage level in here. Now, so in here, look at here, we have the hydrogen, we have the water, and then we have the oxygen here also. Now, so the number of hydrogen, number of oxygen, number of water here, now can be calculated, yeah, based on this formula, yeah, this one. Yeah, before here it is, yeah, reaction. Yeah, remember before we need the H2 here from the anode, and then can be reacts to be here, yeah, and then and the cathode, yeah, oxygen, yeah, here can also produce H2O, yeah, water here, and then the last or the produce of the reaction is given by this one, yeah. So hydrogen plus oxygen plus, remember, plus here electricity plus water here. Yeah, this one it is operation or process, chemical process in the fuel cell. Okay, and then I repeat again. Yeah, to operate this fuel cell, we need hydrogen, we need oxygen, we need water. The number of the hydrogen, water, and oxygen, yeah, is given for this formulation, yeah. Now, so H2 you say is given 8.29 multiplied 10 power min 8 multiply PE over PC. Yeah, PE in here is electrical power of the whole fuel cell stack. Yeah, remember, it is stack. Yeah, fuel cell, yeah, per cell has the voltage connected together, maybe in series to increase the voltage, and then the power can increase when they connected to the series connection. Now the total connection we can call fuel cell stack, yeah, power in watt. And then the PC in here is voltage of each cell in the stack, yeah, in here, each cell. Yeah, PC in here is cell voltage, PE in here is power of the whole fuel cell stack, yeah, here. And then the A you say, yeah, 3.57 multiplied 10 power minus 7 multiply PE over PC. Hydrogen you say 10 power 1.05 times 10 power minus 8 times PE over PC. And then water production by the fuel cell when it operates, yeah, is given by 9.34 times 10 power minus 8 multiply PE over PC, yeah, this one. Yeah, now so for this case we want to know example. Look at this example, yeah. Look at this example. A 1 kilowatt fuel cell operating for 1 hours. Yeah, look at 1 hours. Okay. At a cell voltage 0.7 volt. How many kilogram of oxygen, air, hydrogen usage, and water production for 1 hours? Yeah. Okay, I repeat again. A 1 kilowatt, meaning in here is electrical power, yeah, is generated by whole fuel cell stack, yeah, is equal to 1000 watt in here. You're operating 1 hours, and then cell voltage here, yeah, this one is PC, cell voltage 0.7 volt. Now, so in here we want to calculate the number of oxygen, air, hydrogen, and water production, yeah, for 1 hours. Yeah, for 1 hours, yeah, in here, yeah, remember, yeah. Okay, for the oxygen usage, yeah, we use this formula. 8.29 multiplied 10 power minus 8 multiplied PE over PC, yeah, this one. Now, so PE is 1000 watt and then PC is 0.7. Yeah, now so we obtain, yeah, remember for this one, for this all formulation, yeah, you need in kilogram second, yeah, kilogram per second. Now, so we need 1.18 multiplied 10 power minus 4 kilogram per second. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Okay, so because the question, the number of oxygen, hydrogen, air, and water production for 1 hours. Yeah, for 1 hours. Now, so in here, yeah, in here, it is second, kilogram per second. Now, kilogram per hours, we know that 1 hours is equal to 3,600 second, yeah. Or in here, 1 second is equal to 1 over 3,600 hours. Yeah, this one. Now, so in here, yeah, in here, second convert to be hours, yeah. Now, so I can write in here lah. Yeah, I can write like this one. Now, so O2 usage, yeah, is equal to 1.18 multiplied 10 power minus 4 kilogram per second is equal to 1.18 multiplied 10 power minus 4 kilogram per 1 over 3,600 second. Now, so this one can be written like this one, yeah. So 1.18 multiplied 10 power minus 4 multiply, yeah, above, yeah, goes to above to be multiplied 3,600 kilogram per hours. Now, so we obtain, yeah, for the O2 usage, yeah, oxygen is equal to 0.42 kilogram per hours, yeah. And then for the air usage, this one, we use this formula. Yeah, almost same for the calculating. Yeah. Now, so, yeah, different in here only, yeah. Yeah, different is only here. Meaning the different only the value in front of the PE over PC, yeah, for this all formula. Yeah, air user is 3.57 multiplied 10 power minus 7 in here. We obtain here. Now, so we have for the air usage is 1.836 kilogram per hours. And then for the hydrogen usage, yeah, the difference only here. 1.05 times 10 power minus 8. Okay, now so we substitute value, yeah, all for the same. The last we obtain 0.054 kilogram per hours. Okay, and then water production same, the difference only here. Yeah. Now, so 9.34 times 10 power minus 8 multiplied 1000 over 0.7 is equal to 1.30 multiplied 10 minus 4 kilogram per second. Convert second to be hours, yeah, like this one. Now, so the last we obtain 0.48 kilogram per hours. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Yeah, please understand. Yeah, for this calculating. Yeah, for this calculation. Yeah, please understand about this one. Okay, it is the electric mechanical. Now, so the last part of the thermal. Yeah, thermal energy storage, yeah, TES system can store heat to be used later under varying conditions such as temperature, place, or power. In TES system, yeah, thermal energy storage system, energy is supplied to a store system to be used at a later time involving three-step charge, storage, and discharge. Yeah, meaning it is thermal like this one. If you want to obtain the thermal here, yeah, like this one is this coil can in here is charging condition, and then thermal is stored here. Yeah, meaning like in the water thermal in our bathroom lah. Yeah, in here ya. Yeah, we connect to here, store here, and then we need discharge condition like to be like this one. Yeah, it is the thermal energy storage system. Okay, now so energy can be stored. Yeah, energy can be stored by the system is given by this formulation. Yeah, Q is equal to MCP multiply delta T. Yeah, because in here there is different before and after. Yeah, now so M in here is mass, yeah, of the storage material, and then CP in here is specific heat of the storage material, and delta T is temperature change. Yeah, in here. Now, so because material in here is material of the system, yeah, its material has the specific heat, and then before and after as the different temperature. The different temperature is given by this symbol, yeah, delta T. Yeah, this all is energy storage system. Yeah, I repeat again, the energy storage system can be classified by 4 parts. Yeah, the first is electric mechanical, the second is electric magnetic, the third is electric mechanic, and the last is thermal energy storage. Yeah, this one. Okay, any question for this one? Any